Zell not going down all the way in the butterfly, but had the blocking arm in the right spot. Bartel another drive. Zell goes down, rebound sitting there, and now it's going to be cleared out by Manning. Getting to the middle, Sanders hands it off. Loft, the captain, scores! Short-handed Sanders, a 2-on-1, and it's 1-0 Niagara.
That's kind of what we've been talking about for the last 10 minutes is Niagara's speed and transition, and even on the penalty kill, they're able to get Liberty back on their heels. A missed check on the back check, and it was a 2-on-1. Not much Verostic could do there, moving from left to right from that much room. Perfect pass right in the wheelhouse for him.
They keep it low. Calendike along the wall. Foltz open in that far point. Now he goes back door. They look for him. Quick shot. Scores! Feimster with some help. It looks like Schwenke got a piece of it. And it's 1-0 LU. Pardon me, 1-1 that is, LU.
Yeah, it almost seemed like Feimster was open. Seemed like time slowed down there for a sec. He was open, wide open with no one around him within 10 feet. And got a late pass that he kind of bobbled. And I think he shot it off the net and it hit Schwenke's body and fell in.
Oh, a little bit of puck luck by the way of the Flames. And they tie up this hockey game. 1-1 it is. Feimster is, yeah, I believe you're 100% right. Bounced off of Schwenke, who was sitting on the doorstep, and trickles in the net. Goes down the boards, is slow to get up. Belanger, curl and drag, scores! Oh boy, how did that ever change? Olsen with so much speed, a toe pick, he goes into the boards harder than Belanger. We've been saying his name all night long. Shows off the soft hands and perfectly placed shot just inside the bar on the stick side. Here they come again, Taillefer, a shot off the glove, scores!
I gotta wonder if that one maybe changed direction on the way in. I see a broken stick for Liberty, and it kind of seemed like it hit Verostic up high and then fell in.
That's one of those weird ones. The stick was slashed. You see here Gammer, and I'm not sure if, truthfully, I don't know if that would do enough to change the trajectory of the shot. It just off the cuff of the glove high and trickles into the back of the net. Night one versus Liberty, taking it by a final of 3-1.
I mean, they stuck to their game plan tonight. You know, counterattack, lots of speed, blocking shots, sticks in shooting lanes. They really put on a clinic tonight. I was really impressed with their gameplay.
Team speed was a big factor for Niagara tonight. You saw Liberty counter in the second period, a little bit more chip and chase, but at the end of the day, Zell stood tall between the pipes. He made saves when he needed to, not all of them pretty, but still managed to keep the puck out.
Yeah, and I thought that they outchanced Liberty in the grade A scoring opportunities too, especially through the first 25 minutes of the game. Verostic had to make a few highlight reel saves, maybe more than Zell, but Zell stood tall in the latter part of the second and the entire third, really.
Well, both teams now, for the majority of Niagara, sticking around at center ice for a tradition of Liberty hockey. And once again, Niagara, big win, night one, 3-1 the score. Sanders starting it off short-handed, and it continued after that. To wrap this game up, we'll head over to Annie and Pat.
Yeah, thanks, Rhett. Huge performance by the Purple Eagles tonight, knocking off the number 6 team. Pat, you can't really make much of a bigger statement than Niagara made tonight, coming out and knocking off a red-hot Liberty team.
Yeah, and it was huge for Niagara after you dropped last week, splitting with Stony Brook, who currently is not ranked in the top 25. You needed to have a huge rebound, and you got one on the road. And the big thing, first time Coach Meridian has been able to take out Kirk Handy during his coaching tenure.
Yeah, I'm sure that felt good. I know they're friends, but it probably felt good. Let's take a look at our game highlights. I mean, third period, Pat, it looked like Liberty was going to get something going. They capitalized on the power play there, but like Christian was saying a second ago, Niagara outchanced Liberty. And on the day, you can't have as many mistakes in the D zone as Liberty had. Niagara, I mean, these good top 10 teams are going to take advantage of that.
Every time, like you said. And when you have a goaltender like Zell really standing on his head, that's huge. That's going to be the difference maker. It helped fuel the team to limit a lot of LU's scoring chances that we're used to seeing. And you take a look right here. Excellent job by him, just taking away sound, not only second chances, but then his defense helping out. Hunter Borostic, he had a fantastic game himself with 40+ saves. But at the end of the day, a lot of Niagara's game breakers came to play, and that's what became the story of the third after LU cashed in on this power play right here.
Yeah, you can't say enough about what these netminders did tonight, but really Liberty making it interesting in that third period with Schwenke finding the net on that power play. And then Niagara, I mean, we saw some penalties just out of pure frustration from them after they got, that 2-on-0 opportunity. What a save by Verostic. And you thought after that, hey, things are really going the way of Liberty. But, in the end, Niagara able to capitalize on mistakes, which is what good teams do down the stretch. But hey, the entire ACHA, a lot of interesting things going on right now, and the top 10 is really, really intriguing to look at, Pat. Let's look at these rankings right now. Minot and Adrian remaining the #1 and number 2 team after some losses, which is, pretty uncommon to see. Not a lot of movement like you would have thought there'd have been.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, like you see on that graphic, the #1 team loses to the #8, who also lost last week. Adrian splits to a team in Grand Valley who just lost their first game in the conference championship this week. And UCO getting swept by Grand Canyon, that was huge for them. Probably propelled them into the national tournament, as currently they moved up into a top 20 spot. And then like they've been touching on, Ohio lost last week and beat by Liberty, Maryville. And then we just touched on Niagara splitting with Stony Brook. So great job for the Purple Eagles to really rebound. And that's going to be a huge momentum boost going into tomorrow's game for them.
Yeah, it's anyone's game right now in the ACHA. And with players like Charlie Belanger, what he was able to do tonight, just game changers. What a night from the freshman and his entire line, just making things happen, keeping that offense moving at all times out there.
Yeah, Annie, you touched on it, like a core of new guys coming in here for this Niagara team. He's one of those guys, scoring his 21st goal of the season on a brilliant toe drag, and then also, like we just said, was just dangerous all night.
Yeah, the rookie making moves out there, and right now we have Allison standing by with Charlie on the ice.
Thanks, guys. Charlie, great game. You pulled your team out of the tie. How does that feel?
It feels great. It's nice to do it in this building, but we're back here again tomorrow, so we'll celebrate quick and then back on the bus and take care of business tomorrow.
Yeah, so what do you need to take from this game into tomorrow?
I think we got to keep battling through adversity like we did today and just play a solid team game and just try not to get intimidated by the crowd, and we'll be all right.
Awesome. Thanks so much. Annie?
Charlie and his Purple Eagles will look to pull off the series sweep tomorrow, but that's going to do it for us in Lynchburg. Niagara pulling off a major win on a top 10 team. So for Annie Corey, Pat Strawn, and our entire crew here tonight, we're saying so long from Lynchburg, Virginia, where the final score is 3-1 Niagara. All games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN.